Rich Goldberg is a senior advisor at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies. He's a former Trump White House National Security Council director, and it's wonderful to have you here today. President Trump, in his remarks today, talked about the Abraham Accords, or the Abraham Accords, and I loved that part of the speech. Let's play a little bit of that for you and get what your take is about the future of this accord. Watch.
We've seen those nations that set aside their differences, reached across ancient divides, and pursued engagement are now among the most successful in the region. They're getting along with Israel, and they're doing great. And I can tell you the four nations that joined the Abraham Accords early on, and you'd all be doing me a favor, and I'm going to be saying this in a little while to some other friends, would love you all to, is this right, Jared? Join up in the Abraham Accords. We have to join up and get together. You can have that whole thing filled out. We had a very weak administration, worst president in the history of our country by far. And Barack Obama was not far behind, by the way. And they did nothing with this incredible document, the Abraham Accords, but now you can fill them up. Now you have peace. And they like Israel a lot more today than they did even 5 weeks ago. You've made a lot of, you've come back. You've come back strong, because it was getting to be a little nasty out there in the world. And ultimately, the world wins. You can't beat the world.
It was a remarkable speech. I know you watched the entire thing and get your take on either the Abraham Accords or where you think things go in Sharm el-Sheikh, which is where we are awaiting President Trump's arrival.
Well, Dana, I think what's special about President Trump, and it's 180 degrees from where Barack Obama was, from where Joe Biden was, is that he understands a fundamental truth. American strength, Israeli strength, makes other people want to be your friend. American weakness makes other people want to just walk all over you. It invites terrorism. It invites war. And so whenever he goes to Israel like this and puts his arm around the Israeli shoulder and says, we stand with you, you are a vital ally. Today, we stand together victorious over the Iranian terror axis with all living hostages coming home. This is Victory in Israel Day. It means he knows that Saudi Arabia is watching everything. He knows that Indonesia is watching everything. He knows that the Qataris are watching everything, and many more countries you haven't even thought about, because they want to be part of the winner's circle. Donald Trump leads the winner's circle. I think that's a lot about what today is. Today, he has helped Israel win the war, and now he goes to Sharm to help win regional and global peace.
And your thoughts about the reunification of these hostages with their families, which is, of course, the most remarkable and joyous story of the day.
Well, you know, for many of us who have spent so much time with these families over the last 2 years, this is obviously both joyous and heart-wrenching. It's joyous for those who have living hostages coming home, brothers being reunited, people who have not seen children who were born in captivity. It's the most amazing gift of life. But it also reminds us of the tragedy of those who have lost loved ones, who will not see their loved ones come home, those who were murdered, Americans murdered in captivity, like Hirsch at point-blank range, even though they were American. And so the monstrous evil that Israel was fighting is on full display today. But thanks to President Trump, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and others, Israel is victorious. And now let's see if President Trump can use his muscle, use his personal will to get many more countries signed up to the Abraham Accords and keep the peace here. De-radicalization, demilitarization, disarming of Hamas. That's the next big phase. There are a lot of pitfalls there, but I think if anybody can actually see this through, it's Donald Trump.
Rich Goldberg, you've been very helpful to all of us here as we tried to understand the story over the last couple of years, and no doubt that will continue. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks, Dana.